it is Friday, and that means another edition of Grant's Getaways. So today, Grant McComey takes us for a ride along the Trees to Seas scenic byway in the Oregon Coast Range.
A century ago, it was a railroad line, and it moved big timber. Today, it's a trail made for cruising on two wheels through an Oregon forest.
It's pretty flat, so you don't have to worry about any hill work. It's a nice way to get people used to their bicycles and used to riding in a group and that type of thing.
The Banks-Vernonia State Trail in Washington County. Visitors also enjoy Stubb Stewart State Park. In fact, you can't miss it because the trail runs right through it. Rental cabins make a campout super easy for a weekend getaway as the seasons change.
Big leaf maples were really showing off, and it's got that crispness in the air, a little wet sometimes, but a lovely time of year to be out, and it's not quite so busy.
Let it be the start of exploring the heart of the Coast Range along the Trees to Seas scenic byway. Established in 2018, it is the 29th state byway that preserves and enhances Oregon's most outstanding scenic corridors.
You hear a lot of birds, don't you? There's a lot of stuff here.
Nearby, just off the byway, stroll across the 600-acre metro parkland called Killen Wetlands. Don't forget the camera. This place is bursting with waterfowl this time of year. Ducks and geese and other winged wildlife. Sort of place that puts wildlife artist Dean Krauser back on his heels.
I could spend the rest of my life in Oregon and I think be happy. You know, we all travel and have these grand ambitions to go to all these places. It is in our backyard. You just have to get out.
Further along the byway, Gales Creek Trailhead is a fine place to drop in this time of year. You can rest a bit and capture more seasonal change, streamside.
Look at the color of the leaves and look at the greens, and you got everything here. Look at the creek down here. Look at all the leaves in the creek and everything. That's nice. It's got everything.
Photographer and lifelong local Don Best loves to share his fall photos from the byway. He calls it the best time, best place to be out and about in the woods.
Absolutely. You can get pictures of mushrooms, you can get pictures of leaves on the trees, leaves on the water that are floating in the water, and you can get leaves under the water too, all at the same time. That'll make a pretty one.
His shots capture a countryside in transition. Moments that leave you slack-jawed for Oregon's beauty.
I look for something very interesting in the picture, and you always should have a spot where your eye travels to. And I control that by composition. Look at the logs that are crossing over there and the water reflection and the bright light on the leaves. That's perfect.
The 68-mile-long Coast Range byway lets you feel a million miles away from city hubbub. A stop in at the Tillamook Forest Center lets you climb to new heights. A replica fire lookout tower overlooks the center that tells the story of devastating fires that claimed 500,000 acres of ancient trees, and how men battled the flames to protect what they could, and how volunteers brought the forest back to life.
So, what do you see behind you? A river. Who said river? Correct. Does anybody know what river this is? It's the Wilson River.
Outdoors class is in session and teaches folks much about the outdoors.
A lot of people, when they think aquatic health or salmon, don't think forests, but forests are actually a really important factor in salmon and watershed health. What we do on the land dramatically affects the water.
The Forest Center is a fine way to learn about the forest you travel through to reach the sea. And a byway that ends in dramatic fashion at Cape Mears State Park, 200 feet above the broad Pacific, a lighthouse, and a fine place to enjoy a coastal view.
You look at it and it just does something to you, and you go, ooh, look at that. That's a great picture.
The Trees to Seas scenic byway.
It's all beautiful.
Once taken, you'll never want to leave. At Cape Mears, with photographer Jeff Kastner, Grant McComey, KGW.
Just stunning landscapes out there, just so beautiful. And be sure to watch our half-hour program of Grant's Getaways. The show airs each Saturday and Sunday right here on KGW.